It is Miss Lauren here at Music in Motion Dance Studio. In this video, I am going to be reviewing the company calendar that has all of the events that we have currently scheduled for our 2022 and 2023 season. This should be the entirety of the events that we have scheduled. However, I am always looking for more performance opportunities for the dancers to help expand their ability to perform within the community and in varying different environments that will help to improve them as dancers, community members, and performers, of course, which is the mission of the Music in Motion Dance Company. So taking a peek at the company calendar, which is a lovely document that everybody should have. This was emailed to you along with, I believe, your registration information, but I've also included it into the email that this video is in. I would recommend that you print this off if you like printed stuff like I do, and tape it to your fridge, or make sure that you, excuse me, take all of this information and add it into whatever family calendars that you are using. So first we have our first big event we have is after the car wash that we did, and all the choreography that we have done is going to be Friday, September 16th, starting at 6 p.m. We are having a photo shoot for the dance company. I would like, it says optional, but I would like to see every dance member at this photo shoot. It will be from 6 to about 8 p.m. on Friday, September 16th. And the purpose of this photo shoot, number one, is we're going to be taking individual headshots of every single dancer. We'll use these headshots for a variety of purposes on the Music in Motion side, including celebrating birthdays and talking about the special things that these dancers have done. But also we are going to provide you, the families, with this headshot of your dancer so that if you are interested in entering your dancer into the photogenic competitions that occur at either of the competitions that we will be going to, then you have the material in order to do that. Just to explain photogenic a little bit, it's something new for us, but it's something that dance competitions have been doing for a long time. It is very simple. You take your printed photo to the merch or front desk at the competition. You pay a small fee, somewhere between $15 and $40, in order to enter your student into the photogenic competition. A series of judges looks at the dancers based on their age group and will pick one dancer who will win. And when you win, there is a variety of different prizes, but typically it is bragging rights as well as getting your photo posted in their program for the following year, which is kind of exciting. We'll also, like I mentioned, just be practicing headshot material. I would like every dancer who is coming to wear or bring a pair of light denim jeans or jean shorts or a jean skirt, as well as a top. It can be long sleeve, it can be flowy, it can be button up, it can be a tank top in a white, tan or brown, or a maroon or a yellow gold shade, because we are going to be doing some casual outdoor team pictures as well. So the mini team will have a casual photo, junior team casual photo, hip hop team, kind of like the family photos you see of people walking on the beach holding hands, but we'll be doing that for dance companies. So non-costume photoed, but a casual photo shoot of each team, which will be very exciting. Our next event after that is going to be the Neptune Festival. The Neptune Festival is on Saturday, October 1st. However, the rehearsal for the Neptune Festival is that Friday just before. So on Friday, September 30th, every dance company member needs to be at the studio from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Dancers are going to be learning their Neptune Festival material that they will be dancing while walking in the parade. We will learn it in the studio. We will separate the dancers by groups. You will practice with music, and then we will go outside across the street to the big parking lot, and we will practice walking the choreography to music. This choreography is going to be pretty simple, stuff that you can easily walk to, and the new jerseys that I am ordering for everybody should be in time for us to wear them for the Neptune Festival, which will be very exciting. So Friday, September 30th, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And then the Neptune Festival is Saturday, October 1st. I do not have the exact time details of the Neptune Festival. Typically, what we do is everyone meets at the studio. We assign carpools, first via email. We have parents volunteer to carpool, and then we put all the students in cars and we drive down to the ocean front, drop the students off at the collection point for the Neptune Festival parade, and then those cars will have to go park and then find a place to stand along the side. As far as collecting your students for the Neptune Festival, you can do that either at the end, but parents will be responsible for collecting their own children unless the carpools have chosen to stay together and you have informed us ahead of time to bring students back to the studio. We will organize all of that via email information, but that is essentially how the Neptune Festival works. Our next event is going to be our parking lot pumpkin bash, bake sale, and the team lock-in. That is happening in October. The parking lot pumpkin bash is something we've been doing for several years since the pandemic started, in order to have an outdoor fun event that is safe for people to participate in for Halloween. It is from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Saturday, October 22nd, and that is a volunteer opportunity for company members. So if you would like to volunteer to help out, standing at the tables and helping little kids paint their pumpkins, and just kind of being generally on hand, that would be great. Otherwise, the team lock-in is the evening of Saturday, October 22nd. That also is required for all company members, mini team, junior team, hip hop team, and teen company team. That's going to begin, I believe, at 7 p.m. I might adjust the times a little bit to make it a little bit earlier. The minis are only required to attend during the first hour and a half of the event. Then the parents will come and pick them up and take them home. Otherwise, all of the team members are going to be staying overnight in the studio. We will be providing dinner and snacks. We'll be watching a movie. We are going to be doing our family reveal. So the students are going to learn who their big and little sisters are, and we'll provide a packing list for them for their sleepover information. I will need parents to volunteer to stay with us. We do have some teachers who are available, but the extra help we can get with the number of students that we have is always very helpful. Thank you so much. Our next event after that is going to be Tuesday, November 8th. It is Election Day, and Virginia Beach City Public Schools are closed. We will be having rehearsals on that day. So any dance that needs to have an extra rehearsal, which will probably be most of them, will need to be planning to be at the studio in the morning starting at 9 a.m. for about an hour rehearsal for each dance. And you can go home and have lunch and then come back and do classes in the evening. I know that there are a lot of days off in November. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but Election Day should be the only added day. For example, if you want to take a 3-day weekend for Veterans Day, which students are also off for, we will not be taking that day away from you for rehearsals. Friday, November 18th, that is the Friday before Thanksgiving break, is going to be our Beach Holiday Lights Parade rehearsal. That is also required for all students, all junior team students and company teen team students. It is optional for the hip hop team and is optional for the mini team. So I will be sending an email for you to opt in if you are interested in it or not, because we will need to be ordering materials for that fairly early. We like to get our Christmas materials in before everyone realizes that it is the holidays, and all of the stuff is out of stock. So we like to be very prepared. That rehearsal, again, will be from 5:30 to 7:30. You will be learning the parade material during that Friday rehearsal, and then in your personal weekly rehearsals leading up to it, you'll review. We don't have that rehearsal the day before for the beach holiday parade, simply because we just want a little bit of time in between with how busy the holidays can get. There is a possibility that on Friday, December 2nd, that we might call an hour rehearsal just to review everything. That is not printed on this calendar, but I will keep you well informed well ahead of time in order to make sure that you know it or not. So Friday, November 18th, team is required at the studio from 5:30 to 7:30 for holiday parade rehearsal, optional for mini and hip hop team. The actual Beach Lights Holiday Parade is on Saturday, December 3rd. It is an evening parade. It begins at 5 p.m. You can anticipate being required to meet at the studio by around 3 or 3:30. We will run and review the dances once or twice, and we will help to decorate our floats ahead of time. So we won't be doing decorating until Saturday. And then we'll head down to the ocean front. Again, same situation as we have for the Neptune Festival. We will carpool down there, with certain parents being responsible for certain students. And then pickup happens at the top of the parade, whereas those other cars will need to go ahead and go park and then find their place to watch the parade. It is very exciting. However, it is in the evening, and it is a lot harder to keep track of everybody in the dark. So we need to be very, very careful and very, very on top of the students for student pickup. We typically have a place where everyone waits until we visually see each of the parents pick up the students. My due date is December 4th, technically, so it is highly unlikely that I will be participating in the parade unless I need to walk this baby out, in which case I will be there. We have winter break, 2 weeks, and then we return to classes in January on the day that school starts, which I believe is a Tuesday, the 4th. We are going to be having Mlk Day rehearsals. That is Monday, January 16th. So again, schools are closed on Mlk Day. Please do not schedule a 3-day vacation on that day, because we are going to be looking down the barrel at our first competition, which is early, and we want to be ready so that we can do the best that we possibly can, which means having extra rehearsals in January. That is a Monday. It will depend, the schedule will depend on what dances need to be worked on, but you can anticipate most of them needing some extra time. Again, that will be a morning rehearsal, and then you'll take a break and then return to the studio for your classes in the evening, because we are not closed on Martin Luther King Day. There are regular classes on that day. We're going to be doing our full dress rehearsal in the dance studio that following Saturday, January 21st. There is a possibility I may be moving this date to January 28th, just personally because I need to be there to give myself a little bit more time after having the baby to recover before returning to the studio. So again, on this calendar it says the 21st, but I am likely to change it to the 28th. Just so we have a little bit more time. This is a dress rehearsal. It is required for everybody. Everyone shows up at 8 a.m. Everyone puts their costumes in the room, gets their costumes organized. We come up with an order for the run through, which will probably be show order. And what we do is we sit and we run through the entire show in the costumes so that we practice in the costumes prior to actually going on stage. We can identify any issues with the costumes that we have. We can talk about our first performance, which is the following weekend, and go over details of that. The students will get notes. And after we do the run through and notes, which usually takes about 2 hours, students will be separated into groups in order to have additional rehearsal time. So you can anticipate that being from 8 a.m. until about 2 p.m. Some students will be done earlier. For example, the mini team will do their dance and rehearse right away and then go home. Same thing with the hip hop team and most of the junior team. However, anybody that is in multiple dances will need to wait until the end to know when their rehearsal is going to be So definitely bring lots of snacks for that event. Our very first competition is going to be the Platinum Dance Competition, which is being held at the Sandler Center in Virginia Beach. That is the weekend of February 3rd through 5th. That's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We do not receive competition schedules until 10 to 14 days prior to the event. So you need to reserve all 3 of those days, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, as available in case your dance is scheduled on one of those days. The way competitions work is that they separate them by groupings and by ages. Okay. So, for example, senior elite solos and duets are typically on Friday nights. We typically don't dance on Friday nights unless we have a senior elite dancer. Um, but then the junior ages, 7 to 11 groups, and then you have teen duets and solos at another time. So however they block that out is when we're going to be there. What we should know that by the time we have the dress rehearsal, so we should get that information to you at that time. But essentially, we will email the schedule. The schedule will look something like. Junior Jazz, a Saturday at 2 p.m., arrival 12 noon. Junior Lyrical, Saturday at 5 p.m., arrival 3 p.m. So the rule is based on your performance time, you should always arrive 2 hours prior. In that 2 hours, you will be getting dressed, you will be warming up, you should come with your hair and makeup mostly done, but you'll be completing the remainder of your makeup, including maybe putting on eyelashes or putting on lipstick. And we will be running the dance. And yeah, we need to be backstage essentially about 20 to 30 minutes before your dance goes on. So just kind of generally getting in the zone. There are also award ceremonies that happen throughout competition weekends. We do require dancers to be on stage for the award ceremony for the grouping that is being awarded if they were in it. So for example, if Junior Jazz goes at 2 o'clock, but the awards are not until 5, you can take a break. You can leave after you're done dancing if you are with a parent, but you must return for the awards to be on stage in your team jacket with your team to kind of get the energy up as far as receiving awards and reviewing adjudications goes. We also highly encourage dancers to attend the rest of the competition as well. Number one, you should be in the audience for your other team members, even if you're not dancing. So do plan to take a look at the schedule and plan some time out of your weekend other than the times that you are scheduled to dance so that you can be there to support your other team members. We also welcome any team member to go on stage with the team at any time, whether or not it is their award ceremony or not. It's just a fun extra thing to do. And there also sometimes are additional competitions like that photogenic competition, such as the improv competition or the leap competitions. We will pre-register students for that who are interested, but those happen at varying times throughout the weekend as well. So it is kind of a full dance studio weekend event, but parents are going to be and family members are going to be coming to the performances that your students are putting on at their specific times. We will have text chains going on for all of this information so you can get live updates throughout the day, because at times it can run fast, at times it can run slower. So for example, if Junior Jazz is scheduled at 2 o'clock, but everything is going quickly, it could go on at 1:30. So any family members that you may have invited to come, we're going to need to keep them updated so that you don't miss your student's performance, and also so that you can be in the crowd cheering, which is a super exciting thing for the dancers to be hearing their support from the audience. So that is our first competition, Platinum Dance Competition, which is February 3rd through 5th. Our next event is going to be February 17th through 19th. It is the second competition that we're going to, of two. We're doing two main ones. That means there's a weekend in between and a week in between for us to practice and review videos and get better from the first one. It is the fly dance competition, which we did go to last year, and the venue for that event has not yet been decided. It could be a theater like the Sandler Center, which we love, but it could also be kind of a ballroom style event where they put up a makeshift stage with all of the wings and lighting. I love going to one competition of each style of performance personally, because I think it really helps prepare the dancers to be in a space outside of what they're used to have to kind of make changes and adaptations on the fly, which is really great for their stress reactions in your brains, and being the best dancer that you can possibly be, because professional dance companies perform in all kinds of environments. For example, if you are touring in Europe, the theaters there can be old, they can be small, it can be a different shape. You might be dancing outside, you might be dancing on an island that is floating in the water. So having the ability to adapt to all of those environments is very great to start learning at an early age. Fly dance competition, February 17th through 19th. That's Friday the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Same situation as before. We will not know the schedule ahead of time. It will be different from the previous weekend. However, a lot of times they do kind of block very similarly to each other. So do be prepared to block that entire weekend out until you know exactly what times your dancer is scheduled to perform. We have 2023. The very next weekend is Saturday, February 25th is going to be our company showcase. So we have 3 performances right in a row, which I love. Kind of get it over with. And then we can relax for the rest of the year, quite honestly. So our company winter showcase is going to be at Norfolk Collegiate, which is our recital venue. It is a lovely venue, and we like to use it because we are familiar with it. It's a great price. It helps to get the dancers used to the space for recital and dancing for recital. Yeah, so we're going to have a really special company winter showcase. It's going to be that Saturday, February 25th. We will do dress rehearsal and show in one day. So it is a very long day, but there is a dinner break in between. We do provide dinner for all of the dancers. I do recommend they bring lunch. We're going to have guest artists. Last year, because our show was on a Sunday, we did have a kind of a cast party at the theater. We're not going to do that this year. I would like to return to a real cast party. That means it's being hosted at somebody's house, and all of the families bring food. We'll wait until a little bit later to do our awards ceremony, but it's just a chance for everyone to kind of get together and let loose after the show, which is the kind of official end of the season. The very next event that we are going to have is going to be our convention. I'm very excited about this in-studio convention that I have planned for music in motion dancers at the studio and in the company. It is required for all company members. The minis are going to be on Saturday only, but the teen and junior team are dancing on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We are having not only a convention at the studio, but it's also going to be a private adjudication. So it's a private competition where the 3 teachers who are official judges at competitions will be giving you live, in-person, hands-on feedback of all the dances. Now, these dances will not be performed again except at the recital. So the information that you'll be receiving as a dancer in your private adjudication is not so much for you to improve the specific dance so that you can take that information and use it in your competitions, but it's for you as a dancer to be the best you possibly can be, which I'm very excited about, because when we receive adjudication and videos and feedback from competitions, it's from a video. The judges are looking at dance after dance after dance after dance, there's quite a bit of burnout that can happen. And while the material and information is often very, very good, it's one of the reasons why we go. To be able to have that in person live with someone who you can create a relationship with, I think is very, very special. And it's kind of an exclusive thing that Music in Motion is going to be doing that other dance studios simply do not do. I really appreciate the fact that we're doing this convention as well in studio, because it means the teachers can tailor the classes to the specific needs of our dancers, as opposed to dancers kind of in a big ballroom, hundreds of people, hard to look at, hard to stand out, hard to learn. But to be in a comfortable space is going to be really special. That in-studio convention is going to be March 10th through 12th. So that is also a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Classes are going to be on Friday and Saturday, and the adjudication days are going to be on Sunday. We'll be doing all groups, which is included in the price of your convention. However, if you would like to have your solo or your duet judged in this private competition, then I will be sending an email prior so that you can sign up for a time slot, and that is an extra charge for the solos and duets. It is with a group of teachers called the Power of Three, Ian Howe, Francisco Naranjo, and Chris Werndorf. I hope to bring them back every year and maybe turn this into a small private competition of our own, maybe renting a theater to do it at, which would be cool. We do have a third competition on the schedule. It is the On Point dance competition. On Point is an excellent company. We absolutely love them, but we haven't been back in years because the timing hasn't worked out, and pandemic. That is on April 21st through 23rd. That is an optional competition for the team. So we will, again, contact you prior to the competition to determine whether or not you are interested in participating in this third competition. Any dancer that does not wish to participate is totally fine. We have more than a month after our last performance in order to reset dances in order to take them to the third competition. The final event of the season is the Fly Dance Competition Nationals. I did want to take a travel trip with the team this year, but with having a baby, it just really was not in the cards for us to travel. And plus, everything is very expensive, and I didn't want to add on a huge cost to everybody. But Nationals is a really fun event. It's something I do like to do every 2 or 3 years. It is several days. They do a lot of special parties and events along with the actual dance competition. The Fly Dance Competition National is in Ocean City, Maryland, so it's a very reasonable drive, and it's July 11th through 13th, so also a very reasonable weekend to set aside, and that is for dancers who qualify to go. So your dance has to reach a certain score in order to qualify for nationals, and if we choose to go to nationals, then we will go, and what we'll do is we'll have a week of rehearsal prior to nationals to kind of get everybody back up and running for that event, which will be very exciting. There is one event that's not on here. It's going to be a spirit night. So at some point between March and June, we're going to have a company spirit night, which is kind of an end of season official party. In the past, we've gone to Ocean Breeze. We've gone to the Adventure Park. Where is the Adventure Park? The one with the ropes? Down there somewhere. We've been in OBX and we've gone mini golfing and done laser tag and stuff like that. So we'll have an event for all the dancers as well as food. And that is the point in which we will give out yearly awards for all of the dancers. So that is the company calendar for the 2022-2023 season, barring some minor potential changes to it, which I will update you about. Get ready to see a lot of emails coming up, and hopefully this information has been useful to you. And if you have any questions, just send me an email and let me know. Thanks so much.